Good morning, y'all. I hope you're having a good day so far. I feel very professional in my little thrifted, cute, look at the little flower. That's cool. I look cool. Anyway, I feel, I feel like I should have more to say. And I think it kind of hits on some videos that I've seen that like people are trying to talk about engaging with content, in my opinion, like slow content, like real content. It's not just a video that you're going to watch for like half a minute and it's just like edited to the bejesus. And not that that's a bad thing either. Trust me, I consume a lot of that, but just being human. Spend a minute with me being human, and just sit and chat with me for a little bit. I like to watch these videos while I do things, while I do dishes or getting ready, that kind of stuff. So hopefully I'm finding the right people. But I've been feeling this recent weight. I don't know if that's quite the right word, but that's what it makes me think of. This weight of stillness. It's like I have an urge to say something, to start a video, to do something, and then all that I can feel is like this silence and this like pressure. And it's not a bad pressure. That sounds like a negative connotation, and it's not. It's almost like I am building a space for all of the things that I have never been able to say, and gathering them into a little pressure cooker and waiting for my stew to be done. And then when the stew is done, I'll pop the lid open and I'll have like all of these things for you. That's a silly analogy. But that's what it feels like. It really feels like coming back into myself, like grounding into my own natural state of being. And that makes me think about my friend. And she is a therapist. I used to be a therapist. And so we talk very much like therapists would talk to each other. Especially when we're going through whatever we're going through. And she shared this conversation with me that she elicited through ChatGPT. And essentially, she asked it to identify her value system, her belief system, to ask her questions to identify those things and then to reanalyze them, that kind of a thing. And she shared it with me. And what it made me think of is that for some reason, one, like I saw things like in her responses, I saw things that as a therapist I would say, well, it sounds like, right? What I'm hearing you say is, and ChatGPT got some of that, which was wild to see. But it feels to me almost like that, like because as she went through this conversation with ChatGPT, asking her questions about her beliefs, her responding, it analyzing those responses, and then essentially reflecting back to her, this is what I'm gathering based on what you've told me. And in that, it had mentioned, it sounds like this, you like yourself when, and enter a box. And for her, it was when she felt calm and present and those kinds of things, right? And so ChatGPT had mentioned, like, it sounds like that is your natural state of being. However, when life is lifing, when stressors happen, when doubt creeps in, etc., you may feel other ways, and that reflects in your energy, and then transitions your not only your perception of self, but then also your ability to interact with self and others. And I'm going to connect the two. Follow with me, please. It feels like this pressure cooker that I had, that analogy that I had, and sitting in this weight and starting to make space and speak on my life is starting to feel like coming back into myself, coming back into what my natural state of being is, and at the same time reflecting all of these things back to me. I have done a bunch of inner work over the last 10 years, and over the last 3 years it's been incredibly heavy and accelerated and intense, to put it lightly. And I don't say that to say that I'm better than anybody. I'm not at all. But I do believe that for whatever reason I needed to go through the things that I went through. I needed to have the experiences that I have had. I needed to work in the settings that I have worked in. I needed to meet the people that I have met. I needed to counsel the people that I have counseled. I needed to be betrayed by the people that I have been betrayed by. I needed to experience suffering. Wow. And that sounds very hefty. But I mean it. I really do. I think suffering comes in all shades. Light and dark and gray and beige and sepia and all of them in between. And I said in a video earlier that like loss and life are counterparts. And so is suffering and healing. It's the same sibling of the same mother, maybe. And in order to be love, show love, heal love, I also needed to know suffering. And I think that I have finally come to a point in my life where that suffering has, been able to really settle. The weight of it has been able to settle, and I'm finally at a place where I have done and reflected and healed and processed and gained as many lessons as I possibly could have for the large majority of my life. And I've had a lot of suffering in the last year, and I'm sure that I will continue to gain from that experience as well, as hard as it may be. But I also know that as I experience suffering, my heart softens more and more. And in order to truly heal, we have to allow our heart to continue to be soft and to not surrender to the hardness that attempts to take our lives over. The more that we separate and harden is the more that we create barriers, create hatred, and create less of an opportunity for us to connect and heal together as well as independently.